Hello, ladies and gentlemen. In a second, description of your ascendant or moon sign will follow. In the meantime, I want to wish you all the best for the year 2024 and to tell you that you hear about the most important celestial configurations for the year 2024, both from Sidereal and also modern astrology point of views, and also to tell you that these are just the description of the main celestial events. Of course, if you want to have more specific and very detailed reading on how these celestial events will influence your horoscopes, you may book a reading with me, consultation, which will be very detailed and will be dealing with eclipses, with heliacal phases of the planets, with the future cycles, with also with the solar activity eventually, and with the main transits for 2024, and also with the very important changes of positions of the trans-Saturn planets like Uranus. So this will be discussed now, but in much better detail it will be seen in your horoscope, and such a reading will be available for you with a special discount for the year 2024, and you can find it under this video. So all the best to you, and to remind you again, we are very powerful and we can shape and we can program our realities, but knowledge is important. This is why I'm introducing you into these celestial events, transits, phases, eclipses, because once you are aware of them, once you are informed, you do the needed action. In order to change what you don't want to happen, and in order to shape your own reality. So all the best, and here your ascendant followers. Thank you. Hello, ladies and gentlemen with Sidereal Ascendant Libra. Now we'll be looking at year 2024, how the year will be looking like for you. First of all, before just to explain to you, this is Sidereal Libra or Moon in Libra, or if you're following the modern tropical astrology, this will be Scorpio Ascendant. Depends which astrology you prefer to use to apply. Now, first of all, I see some relief that took already place in your horoscope, and that will be valid for the entire year 2024. And this is that the lunar nodes moved out of your ascendant and descendant, because you had Ketu, the tail of the dragon, on your ascendant, and you had Rahu, the head of the dragon, on your descendant, which meant that during the last 2.5 years, the eclipses took place also on your ascendant descendant, which is a little bit challenging. You went through challenging time, but quite fruitful in terms of spirituality, awakening, knowledge. So in this sense, it was absolutely not wasted in vain time. So now on 6th of October of 2023, the lunar nodes moved out of your ascendant and descendant, and this way you're relieved from all these future eclipses. In addition, Uranus is moving out of your descendant, where he was 7 years. On April of 2017 until 18th of June of 2024, Uranus stayed in Aries, which is your descendant. And I'm sure that he brought many changes for you, especially from the moment of his entrance into Aries, which is your 7th house. Most probably he influenced your relationships, romantic life, for sure he did, and more Now Uranus is moving out, and this will be relief because this is a little bit heavy energy. I am not against Uranus because he's the lord of astrology, he's the lord of change, but sometimes he can bring changes when we're not ready for them. Now, of course, on 4th of May, Jupiter is also leaving your ascendant. Well, this is a little bit, it's nice to have Jupiter on your descendant, especially when he's powerful, as he is powerful in Aries. But he is moving out. And let's see further your horoscope, how the things will be looking like. Now, first of all, the appearance of the first lunar crescent this year, a little bit different from the other years, is taking place on your 7th house. This makes your 7th house very important, and 7th house is relationships, is partnerships, is your marriage. Somehow there is emphasis on that, not in a bad sense, because you'll be free from the impediment of Uranus, but could be that after Uranus moves out of your descendant, this, like I said, this is the house of your relationships and marriage and romantic life. You will experience further changes, but more in a positive direction, but there will be changes for sure. And certainly if the moon is showing attention, emphasizes on your 7th house, this is happening for a reason. In addition, Uranus and Jupiter will be on your 8th house, and they are also emphasizing on money. There will be changes in money from partnerships, money from unexpected sources, money of your partner, also of occultistic, esoteric knowledge, secrets. They will be having this very important role as well. There will be changes in your finances, this way. This is very important. Then on 29th of June, Venus becomes visible in Gemini, which is your 9th house. This is good for your brilliant, even for your media work, for studies, for philosophies, for travel, for connections and contacts, people abroad. This way, this is benevolent at least for a period of 8 months, because in the meantime, she will be trining your natal Saturn, and she will be softening the otherwise hard aspect between Saturn and Uranus and Jupiter, who will be on your 8th house. Could be that in the summer you're a little bit anxious, a little bit worried. Don't be. Remember that this is happening because you will be a little bit surprised, but already prepared for the entrance of Uranus in Taurus. In the meantime, I mentioned to you about the eclipses. Yes, they will not be anymore lucky you on the axis of your ascendant and descendant, but they are entering the axis of your 12th and 6th houses. And this is axis of health. This is axis of bad karma. And this is the axis of hidden and visible enemies and your routine and, many, many things, domestic animals and whatnot. So the lunar nodes entered these two places, and with themselves, they took away from your ascendant and descendant, but they took with themselves the eclipses. So in the year 2024, 5 eclipses will take place on this axis. 5 eclipses. Let me just name them. You have the first lunar eclipse on 24th of March, solar total on 8th of April, lunar 17th September, solar 2 October, and lunar 17 October. Around the eclipse times, be a little bit more diplomatic, careful, not to be in conflict, not to have disputes from enemies, better find time for spiritual work, being on your own, be responsible a little bit more for your health. But in the meantime, this actually would be period which would be very good for your spiritual life, spiritual work, because in general the 12th house is the house of our secret place, and we can work and improve some karma there, like our own temple, you know, our own secret place, our own spiritual life, if you want. We can do work like as a remedy to help others, take care of poor and sick people, you know, because you have emphasized on the axis of the bad karma. So when you do the good deeds, you improve your karma, and these eclipses which are coming and will actually not be so impactful on your life. But of course, around eclipses times, you know, be a little bit more diplomatic also. Of course, you see, wherever Rahu is, this is what we'll be driven to. And this is your 6th house of routine, of health, and you can benefit from this, like work on your education in terms of health, be more informed in terms of health, and so you can use it to organize your, let's say, routine work, your administration, your bookkeeping. So actually you can benefit a lot from this period. It wouldn't be such a bad period. But in the meantime, if I have to compare last year with this year for you, people who have Ascendant Sidereal Libra, or Moon in Libra, or according to the tropical astrology, this would be Scorpio, I can say that this year would be a little bit more relieved for you, less stressful for sure. So I wish you all the best, really, for the next year. Remember not to be afraid, not to be worried, because Uranus on the 8th house may awaken a little bit of worries and anxieties. Remember that this is because of Uranus, and some work with the stars, some work with astrology, like or observing the sky, can also be a remedy for that, for you. So I wish you all the best, and remember that knowledge is power, and you already know, and you can already improve a lot your next 2024. All the best.